what we're going to do is create a catalogue using Lightroom. Now, what's a catalogue? Well, really, this is a process that Lightroom uses to create a collection of images. And every time you access Lightroom, it's going to ask you to identify a particular catalogue that you want to use, and then it'll open it up and provide you access to your images that you can manipulate or provide keywords or create collections from. Now, the catalogues themselves, they're just a small folder that really contains metadata, and this metadata is all the changes that you have done to your images in Lightroom. Remember, Lightroom is non-destructive, so it's not going to change any image that is permanent. So that's the beauty of working in Lightroom. But before we go and create our first catalogue, just have a look at my computer and you'll notice that I've got these two external hard drives connected. The reason for this is when I create a catalogue, I like to create mine on an external hard drive. And what this means is I can then take my images and I'm a lot more portable. I can go to another computer that has Lightroom, plug it in, and Lightroom will identify my catalogue, and I can open my images and work in another workspace, which is very handy. There's nothing to say you can't set this up on your own computer and use your computer's internal hard drive, but for me, I like to do it on external hard drives. This second drive is really just a backup drive. And what Lightroom will allow you to do is when you import images or you're finished at your work at the end of the day, it'll allow you to back up onto another source, which is a really useful thing that Lightroom does. So not only are you working on your originals, it's backing it up for you. So let's get into it. Let's create ourselves a catalogue. Now, whether you're using a PC or a Mac, you'll know how to open Lightroom. So the first thing you do is go and open up that bit of software. And remember, we're dealing with Lightroom 4. Now, when you open it up for the first time, you'll find that you'll have this dialog box here appear. Now, if you look at mine, I've got all these names down the sides here, and these are all catalogs. So you can create catalogs for a number of purposes. You can work just from one catalog on its own, or you can have it for maybe clients or particular projects you're working on. It's really up to you. But when you open this up for the first time, you'll most likely find there'll be nothing in here. Right? It's going to be blank. So you'll need to create yourself a new catalog, and that's what we're going to do now. So if you come down the bottom here, you've got create a new catalog. And all you simply need to do is click on that, and straight away it's going to pop up here, and you'll have a folder where you'll be able to go through and find out where you want to save this catalog to. But the first thing up the top, you need to go and write a name, and I'm simply going to call mine Lightroom Training. The name you choose is totally up to you. Then you need to go and find that hard drive or where you're going to stow it. You can either stow it on your internal hard drive, but as I said, I like to create mine on an external hard drive, and that Lacy main is the one that I'm using. So I click on that, and then once I've done that, it's simply come down the bottom here and hit create. And what happens then is Lightroom will automatically go through, create the catalog for you, and you open up in Lightroom. And as you can see, there's nothing in here. Lightroom's blank. All you've done is created yourself a catalog. It's now going to be up to you to go in and put the images in. But let's just show you what we've actually done. So if I quit Lightroom and I come down here and have a look on this Lacy hard drive is where I created it, and there's the folder here, and what it's called is Lightroom Training. So if I click on Lightroom Training, in here I have this Lightroom Training IRCAT folder, and what this is the actual catalogue. Notice there's no photographs or anything like that, and there is none placed into this folder. This folder will only ever hold this actual catalogue itself. Other images, if I look at my folders here, I click on it, I've got images everywhere, all over the place. And if I click on different things, you can see different images of different events, etc. And that's what you'll find is initially when you set up, you just bring your images across in one big folder, and then you'll import them into that catalogue you want to use. But for me, all I simply do is create the folder initially, and that's all that's in there. It's really just metadata file that you're going to be able to use, and basically creates that collection. So next time I go to start up Lightroom, straight away up the top here is Lightroom Training Catalogue, and then I can simply click on it, make sure it's there, press open, and Lightroom will open, and it'll open in that particular catalogue for you. So they're very simple to create. It's up to you whether you want to put it on your hard drive or have it external. It's completely your choice.